Well, good evening, Hope Dealers. If you are new to the call, and none of you are new to the call who are on live, but I was going to tell you to wave so that we could recognize you. If this is your first Hope Dealers call, but hopefully some others are going to get on here for the live call. Well, I trust that you have either read the May S'more or you have watched the All I See live on May 1st, or hopefully both, and are well aware of all that Armand has given us to work with. It is seriously all of our favorite incentives, all in the same month. And other than the 20% off Energy Fizz, all the rest is good all the way through the 31st. I love that. So I think it would take me the entire half hour of our call if I were to read all those to you. And so I don't. I always trust that you have read them and that, sometime before 9 o'clock on the first of the month, you're already excited about what all we have to work with, which we, again, have it all right here in May. If you are in the Richmond area, one last reminder that we're having a vision board night at my house tomorrow night, and we will make room for you if you can come. We've got a kind of a full house, but we can squeeze one more table of about 3 more making boards in. See my post and register on Eventbrite, but also text me tonight if you are coming, because we need to get another foam core board for each person. But if you are not in the Richmond area and have not made a vision board or have not made one recently, I encourage you to make one so that you can keep your vision, your dreams right in front of you, and be reminded that Arbonne is simply a vehicle to turn those dreams into reality. And invite others to do this with you, others that are in Arbonne or not. I think most of the people who are our guests who are coming tomorrow night are not consultants. You don't need a special training just to hold a little vision night for a vision board night. Clear space on a couple of tables, make some protein bars to serve along with the dream tea, pick up some foam core boards, and tell your guests to bring pictures and make it personalized to them. All right, first this evening, I want to start us off by letting you hear from my dear friend and area manager, Fran Babishak, because she is in so much momentum right now. I love hearing all that is going on in her business, and I want you to hear what she is doing, the shifts that she's made, and the actions she's taking to create this kind of chaos in her business. Chaos is a really good word in Arbonne, and Fran has got the chaos going. So Fran, it is all yours.
Thank you so much, Dina. Thank you for hosting these calls for us every month to help us all grow into living out our big fat whys. For those of you who don't know me very well, my name is Fran Babishak, independent consultant and area manager with Arbonne. I've been a consultant since almost September 2015, almost 9 years. And starting my own business was pretty much the best decision I've ever made because it's been truly transformational. I originally said yes because it was flexible and it was a way to earn money to take care of my family. That's all I knew. However, it was not the best part of my decision. What I found was that the growth and personal development I was encouraged to do and keep doing has transformed me into a much more confident, happy, healthy person and a developing leader for my team. I love our leadership in Cecilia Stoll and Dina Kretzer because they consistently demonstrate that personal growth never ends. They are always reading, attending every training, listening to sideline calls, inviting us to sideline calls, the one right after this, and so much more. What an example to all of us. Remember, our fears are our weeds, and we need to be weeding all the time. And that's what personal growth does. Continue to water and weed, and your business will continue to flourish. This business is hard, but the beauty is that we get to choose our hard. Marriage is hard, divorce is hard, but which has the greater reward? Choose your hard. A regular job is hard. Showing up 9 to 5, listening to someone else tell you what to do all day long, that's hard. Having your own Arbonne business is hard too. Getting lots of no's, motivating yourself, working by yourself, but with a team to support you, of course. But which has the greater reward? Choose your hard. That's what keeps me going. But one thing you can count on about building your Arbonne business is that you will definitely experience peaks and valleys along the way. Dina and I have talked over and over about how I need to get off that roller coaster and go up and down and up and down. And in the valleys, I struggle. And another thing we are taught in Arbonne is to complain up, never down to your team. So poor Dina gets her ears full, but she keeps me going. And that's why it's essential that you continue to attend trainings, read, watch video calls, and stay connected in our nation through our Facebook page and events that we have in order to have the strength to get you through the valley and back up the mountaintop. And please remember, you're not coming all the way down the mountain when you're in a dry spell like I have been lately. You've grown as a person and you've learned lessons, and those experiences will make you stronger to climb a higher mountain next time. So it's kind of like this. You're constantly growing, and I've made a million mistakes in this business, but you always learn from them. So recently, as I mentioned, I've been experiencing a bit of a dry spell, and I was feeling as if I'd already asked all my PCs to host or join my business, and I just didn't know where to go next. So one Sunday afternoon, I was scrolling Instagram and I saw a free 3-day coaching program on Instagram, and I decided, what the heck, I'm just going to do it. And I need a little help getting push up the next hill. So the coach had me do an exercise that really clicked with me, and I think that you'll enjoy it too. Do it on your own after this call. So take a piece of paper and draw a line down the center, and on the left side, write the word drainers, and on the right side, write the word boosters. And then make lists of all the things and people and events and experiences who drain your battery. And on the right side, make a list of all the things and people and events and experiences who fill your cup. And then do a gut check. Are you spending all your time on the boosters or the drainers? Focus on those things and people and events and experiences that charge your battery. And I definitely noticed on my right side, there were a lot of Arbonne people, a lot of Arbonne experiences that were filling me up. And I just realized that I am focusing on too much of the negative. But one thing I wrote on the left side of my list was making Arbonne calls and getting no after no after no. And on the right side, I wrote making Arbonne calls and getting yeses. And my coach pointed out that because I was looking at it that way, I was giving all the control and power to achieve my own big, juicy dreams via my Arbonne business to other people and not keeping the power to myself. And that was kind of an eye opener. It's like, yeah, it's shutting me down because I'm like about to make a call. I'm like, oh, I'm just had a rough morning. I am not ready for more no's. Maybe I'll do this later. And I don't end up making the calls. That little mind shift really clicked with me. And I was like, I don't want those naysayers to stop me in my tracks, because limited feelings create limited actions, which create limited results. And God made us to be limitless. That was like a theme of either last year or the year before's GTC in Vegas. We are limitless. It's up to us to recognize that and, just pull all the stuff in front of us that we think is blocking our way and move it to the side and get moving toward your dreams. You may have heard this in Arbonne before, and it's worth repeating, because when you get those no's, all you have to do is say next. And you never know, some of those no's come back around. Like Anne Maloney, who asked me to look at the business, I said no quite a few times. And then finally, she just gave me a sample of the skincare. And that's what got my toe in the water. But there's plenty of people who have been hugely successful in this business, and it's absolutely possible for you too. The difference is that we are affiliated with the best company for healthy living products that people use every single day and use up and need to reorder. And when you know this and repeat this, you're putting positive energy out into the world, and that's attractive. Be the person that you want to hang out with, and then people will want to hang out with you. Change your belief in yourself by doing the work. With this little mind shift, several good things started to happen. I got busy looking for new in-person networking events, and I found a really great one. And from that event, I booked 5 business one-to-one appointments, like mini Discover Arbonne's. One is considering the business, and one just became an independent consultant a couple days ago. I booked a wellness retreat for a neighborhood group of young moms. I met this realtor at this event, and she lived in this neighborhood, and she said, do you do anything like spa days? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And so we're working on that. And I signed up 2 new preferred clients that day at the event. And then the next day in my gym, so I've got this energy from the night before, right? All buzzing. And the next day in my gym, the woman next to me in my body sculpt class and I were talking, be talking and be sharing and learning about other people all the time. And she was from Ukraine, and she asked me what I did, and she was saying she had been looking for products with more of a European standard than she could find here. So she's trying some samples now. And then I drove to Northern Virginia last Saturday to the Virginia Women's Veterans Conference, and I found 2 more preferred clients and a host at that event. Now, granted, they told me 55 people were there and 7 showed up. I was like, oh my God, I just got up at 7 in the morning after a late night wedding and drove 2 hours up to this thing. I was a little, however, just put on the good face and I brought this to show you guys. This is the flyer I had on my table, and this is the QR code for a wellness profile. And then this is, I figured a lot of these female veterans have been through some really tough stuff, exposed to a lot of stress and toxins and things like that. So I decided to give them some mind health to help with focus as my giveaway at the table. And people filled out these, and I also had paper versions too to give them both options. But that's the thing you want to do at an event in person. You want to get their contact info and what health and wellness struggles they're going through. So you can, it's a terrific way to make a recommended cart. You just met this person, you don't know them. So you're like, how am I going to help them? Well, and you say, oh, okay, I see you're struggling with, weight management or relaxation issues, or you really need more help with energy. I can help you. This is how we can connect. And if you need help with finding out how to do a wellness profile, either in person or in print or on a QR code, ask your upline. Amber shared this with us a while back on a Nation's Call, and it has been a game changer. It's been so helpful. So I also do a lot of networking online, which is great because you can find literally a networking group anywhere in the world, any hour of the day. And we are so blessed in Arbonne that we do business all over the world, in Australia, New Zealand, Poland, Great Britain. So I've been in groups in Scotland. I was in the Glasgow Glow group the other day because I would love to have a business in Scotland. Who knows? I didn't get anything out of that, but it's okay. It's all right. I met some really nice women, and we'll just keep sharing, keep looking. So Scotland, England, Ireland, Australia, I've done groups, online networking in all of those. Tip is have in your notes on your computer somewhere you can quick copy all of your contact info and post it in the chat when you do these. So you're not like, oh my God, how am I going to let everyone know who I am? Have it ready to go, copy, paste. So wouldn't it be awesome to have a team in one of those countries someday and write off your trips to visit them? That's my goal, Australia, New Zealand. And at one event, a recent US national event, I met an accountant in Nebraska who wouldn't meet with me till after April 15th. So I had to wait till then. But we just agreed to host a Facebook party next month. And so all these things are positive, energy things going on. And to add on to it, I won a $50 gift card in a contest. Someone came and bought my old bike, and I booked a new tenant in the room I rent out. So abundance is contagious. You're putting it out there. I also listen to abundance energy music. If you have Spotify or Alexa, just say, Alexa, play some abundant energy music. And it gets your whole body, because we're full of energy, to align with that same frequency of abundance and attract it. I know it sounds very woo-woo, and I used to never not believe that at all, but now I totally believe it. It is very helpful, and it's nice background music. There's no words to it, so you can easily work to it. Our bodies are filled with energy, so make sure you're aligning yourself with positive energy. So here are 6 tips I want you to write down and remember as you share this business and these products daily. Number 1, and I'll post these in the chat. Number 1, know that a no is not the end. It's just part of what we do. We ask and we ask and we ask, and go for no, because if you ask and get enough no's, you're definitely going to get a yes. Number 2, know that this business is transformational. It is not only about sharing health and wellness or earning money or being part of a great community. It's going to change you for the better. You're going to become a better person by just learning about how this all works. Number 3, know that you have something really beautiful to offer. It is changing people's lives, not only through health and wellness, but when you offer the business, you're helping people with finances and family dreams, and people who can't pay a bill maybe at the end of the month. It is a big game changer. I know it was for me 9 years ago when I was going through a divorce and I didn't know how I was going to take care of my kids. Number 4, know that your team is divinely chosen for you already. God's got a plan for you, and you have to just trust his will. And part of that is doing the work. God helps those who help themselves. So you just have to go out and find them. You can't just sit back and wait for them to come to you. Number 5, know how to be a great leader by being drama-free. Don't get all caught up in, she said this and he wouldn't do that and they wouldn't buy from me and da 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 da. Just blow all that stuff off. Lead from the front by being, really positive, not focusing on the negative, and sharing what's the awesome parts about this business. And lastly, 6, know how to operate from the energy that what you have to offer is life-changing. It is an amazing gift that we have in this business. I'm so grateful to Anne for sharing it with me. And I feel like anyone can get themselves out of a rut by just going through some of those quick flips of your mindset. And thank you very much, Dina, for asking me to share.
Oh my goodness, Fran, thank you so much. That was awesome. And I really, really appreciate it. And thanks for putting all those tips out and I'll copy paste those and put them in the comments since the chat won't carry to the recording, right? So thank you. And Connolly, we are going to move on to recognition. You're ready to read here as long as you find it. Where's my share screen? Never mind. Share screen. There we go.
Okay, Fran, first of all, that was awesome. I loved hearing all your wins. Congratulations. Okay, so congratulations in qualification for district manager, Mary Alice Vaughn and Miss Harris.
Awesome.
And then registered for GTC, I'm guessing you want me to, okay, Cheryl, Fran, Thomas, Shay, Amber, Courtney, Nadina, and Dina.
Hard one. Can't wait to share that with you all.
And then those who earn bonuses. So that is Fran, you are the shining star here, girlfriend, with our district bonus. No surprise after what you just shared. Okay, so tops and changing lives. Okay, changed 5 lives or more. Awesome, Fran Babashak. And changed 1 life or more is Samantha Clayman, Amy Muir, Amber Fry, Melissa Dixon, Miss Harris, myself, Dina Kretzer, Mary Alice Vaughn, and Crystal Simmons. All right, and then the top in changing lives is, so the top district, the top 3 would be Fran Babashak, Amber Fry, and myself. And then the top areas, Fran Babashak, Amber Fry, and Dina Kretzer.
Fran, you're topping all these lists here.
Awesome. That's so great. All right. And then the top in sales in the perfect brick. Okay. So top personal sales was Dina Kretzer, Amber Fry, and Fran Babishak. And then perfect brick was Fran Babishak. And if you don't know what some of these things mean, you guys always ask your upline, you know, whoever you're directly working with. And then $2,500 building block is Amber Fry, myself, Ann Maloney, Dina Kretzer, Fran Babishak, Beth Hooper, Rachel Camfield.
And surprise.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is so cool what Dina's offering. So the brick store shopper. So the Hope dealers or dealer this time who had 3 new preferred clients or independent consultants with these qualifying orders. And also 1 client signed up for Replenish Me, which is an amazing program. And then the 2,500 QV is Fran Babishak. But what you get is you get a shop from this brick store. Thanks to Dina, this is on her. You pick one of these. And I just think it's great. So congratulations, Fran, on that.
I'll take
Absolutely.
Nordstrom.
That's what I did too.
All right. So you have just placed your order. Is that right? That's really, really awesome, Fran. I am so proud of you. And I would love for everyone to be shopping in the brick store next time. So hold on just a second. I'm going to get that down. And I want to get notes up for one last thing I'm going to share. Connelly and Fran, you heard this recently at the goal setting workshop, but it reminded me that I have not shared this in about 3 years with the team, and there's so many who are new. So I'm going to share this principle, which is a great visual that will get stuck in your head in a good way, from one of my favorite books, Win in the Dark by Joshua Medcalf. It's an unforgettable chapter. It's called Crap Sandwiches, and you'll see where that's going in a second. The visual reminds me of a quote by Robin Sharma, not in the book, where he says, "All change is hard at the start, messy in the middle, and glorious in the end." And this visual applies perfectly to that messy middle. In the book, the mentee was saying to his mentor, "Everything seems so much more difficult now. Not only am I not making much progress, I feel like I'm actually going backward. I don't have the same conviction I used to have, and my slow progress is making all the work seem more taxing. I seem to have lost my drive to keep going, and I'm wondering, am I passionate enough about this to make it?" Can any of you relate to that? And the mentor responds, "You're asking the wrong question. The best question isn't, what are you passionate about? The most beneficial question is, what are you passionate enough about that you can endure the most disagreeable aspects of the work?" And then he goes on to say, we have to switch to the book now, "Everything worth doing well, any dream worth having, comes with its fair share of crap sandwiches. You can't avoid them all. Pursuing your passion means deciding which flavor of crap sandwich you are most willing to put up with. It's a lie to believe that you will love what you are doing 100% of the time. You are not broken because you don't always enjoy doing the dirty, hard work that goes along with your dream." And then skipping a couple of a page here, "Everyone has to eat these nasty sandwiches. You just have to decide whether you're willing to eat the ones necessary to pursue your dreams. And if you aren't, be prepared to eat the ones thick with regret and layered with the lingering thoughts of what could have been." Anyone can keep going when they're experiencing rapid growth and constant validation that they're on the right path. But only a few persist when they realize their dreams come with a lot of crap sandwiches. The key is acknowledging you're going to have to eat them no matter what you decide to do. It's just a matter of choosing which ones you are willing to swallow. And I will just add to that. Does it not get stuck in your head? Once you've heard that, it's like, okay, this is another crap sandwich. Am I going to eat this? Am I going to choose this one? And I will say, in my 17 plus years now, there have been a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But as I almost always share when I'm sharing the opportunity, I knew even when I was driving myself crazy trying to decide 17 years ago whether to step out and take this opportunity, one thought that kept going through my mind was those 2 great pains in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. And I knew I could do the pain of discipline and hard work. I was already doing it for a business we owned that my heart was not in because there were no people in it. But I could not live with the pain of regret of looking back in 5 years or even 1 year or even in 3 months and wondering what could have been possible. I knew there were no guarantees, but I was not looking for a guarantee. All I needed was possibility. So tonight, I just want to say that whatever it is that brought you to say yes to yourself, to your dreams, to your future by starting this business, it is all possible and even more than you think. It's all within your reach. Sometimes I think with all the technology we have today, it can seem overwhelming. We just go through the source and click on every link in there. We used to not have that. And it's an amazing tool, but it's like, do I have to know what's in every document and every link and every part of this? No, really all you need to learn to get to the VP levels in this business are how to do a party online, in person, how to sponsor a new consultant, and how to promote to district manager. Then rinse and repeat and help your new consultant do the same. And Kelly GT's call, if you saw my post that I did today where she shared what she's going to do on this call, that's going to pick up right here with talking about the power of an in-person party with a brand new consultant sharing along with her. So we've got 2 minutes to hop off of this call and join hers. I hope you will come with me over to that. It's up at the top of the chat. If you don't have it written down, I'll leave that up one more quick second. And thank you all who got on live tonight. And thank you all who are listening to the recording. Hope Dealers, love each one of you. Good night.